But here's what I want you to know right now. The Blaze has reported the Saudi national, who was briefly named a person of interest in the Boston Marathon bombings, is scheduled to be deported on Tuesday. The Blaze was informed by sources that the Saudi national's visa had been revoked, and in fact he was going to be deported on security and related grounds, among other things. Sources told the Blaze that the Saudi national had ties to a very well-connected Saudi family, and that his deportation was set to be framed as voluntary departure so he could be with his family. A file called an event. It's very important. You don't say, the people who know, do not talk about files. They talk about events. The event was started on him 3 days ago. Secretary Janet Napolitano has refused to answer a question about deportation this afternoon. I want you to watch.
Wouldn't you agree with me that it's negligent for us as American administration to deport someone who was reportedly at the scene of the bombing, and we're going to deport him not to be able to question him anymore? Is that not negligence?
I'm not going to answer that question. It is so full with misstatements and misapprehensions that it's just not worthy of an answer. There's been so much reported on this that's been wrong, I can't even begin to tell you, Congressman. We will provide you with accurate information as it becomes available.
I look forward to that.
Let me send a very clear message to a very few people. Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, has said the person they have in custody now is not the Saudi national who was questioned following the bombings. A senior official at ICE says they are looking into the deportation for the individual they have in custody, but no date has been set. The official stressed the Saudi national they have in custody is in no way related to the Marathon investigation. Our sources on this story are impeccable at the highest levels. They have encouraged us to look deeply. Again, I am speaking to a very small number of people. They have encouraged us to look deeply into who this Saudi national is and his family and his connections in Saudi Arabia. The Blaze is currently doing exactly that. And what we have found just this afternoon is so far beyond frightening. Here's what we are going to do. We are going to give law enforcement the chance to do the right thing. Because maybe, possibly, they are doing this for the reasons that they have to have a couple of more days. Fine. We are going to give them the opportunity to come clean on who this man is. But let me say this, and to those who investigate such things will hear this message carefully. We at the Blaze know that this Saudi national is a bad man. You know that means, I'm sure. I want you to remember something as you watch tonight's show. This administration is playing an extraordinarily dangerous game. They have very little regard for what it takes to be a citizen. Before the sequester cuts happened, they opened the prison and let illegals out. Who does that? Remember also the Saudi national that was is about to get on a plane, involved in blowing the legs off of American citizens, being held in protective custody or being protected at least by our administration. He will be put in protective custody, and the plans are to deport him. At the same time that they are getting rid of that guy, and they are opening up the prisons for people who come here illegally, remember those two things as I introduce you to an amazing family tonight who this administration is fighting. They have earned the right to be here in America. They have done it all the right ways because they are here to educate their children, because they want to talk about their children, talk to their children about God and educate them. These are pilgrims that you will meet tonight. But this family is being threatened with deportation. It is unbelievable. They are the ones this administration wants to make an example of. Ask yourself tonight, why?